And then he said he was waiting to speak to Louisa. And I said, but Louisa's not here right now. So he said, well, when will she be back? And I said, not until after lunch. But then the receptionist said Louisa was actually in her office, which made me look silly because I had already said that she wasn't. Oh, what? Said. It's such a boring word. To say something means to speak, to convey information. But we don't just speak to convey information. We speak to convey emotion and to tell stories and to connect with others. So sometimes the word said doesn't quite cut it. Hi guys, Anna here from EnglishLikeANative.com. In this video, I'm going to give you 100 examples of verbs in the past tense that you can use instead of the word said. These words will help your writing or speaking to be more interesting, more accurate, and more exciting. So let's get started. Added. To add means to give additional information. For example, and we've run out of bananas, Susan added. Admitted. Admitted. To admit something means to confess it to be true. He admitted to eating the last biscuit. That's usually me. Okay, next we have advised. Advised. To advise someone is to give them advice or to recommend something to them. For example, the doctor advised me to take the rest of the week off work. Next, we have agreed. Agreed. To agree means to share an opinion. We agreed to meet at 10 a.m. because that's a reasonable time to meet, isn't it? Next, argued. To argue means to give reasons in support of an idea, sometimes in contrast with another person's idea. We argued about what to have for dinner. I wanted pizza, but Kate wanted fajitas. Oh, I do like a fajita. Next, asked. To ask means to say something in order to receive an answer or some information, or a favour even. I asked the taxi driver what time he would be here. Next we have assured. Assured. To assure means to promise. Can you assure me that everything will be fine? Okay, next is avowed. Avowed. To avow means to confess. She avowed that she had lost the keys. I lost them. Next, babbled. Babble. To babble means to talk quickly in an excited or foolish way. She babbled about her new boyfriend. It was very sweet. Next is barked. Barked. Bark is what a dog does, but to bark in this respect is to speak aggressively or angrily. Shut up, she barked. Okay, that's the first 10 words. Because we're going to 100, that's a lot to remember from one lesson, I highly recommend you make a table. So you write out a table with 3 columns. In the first column, you write the word that we're covering. In the second column, you can write the meaning. And in the third column, I want you to come up with your own example. Okay? Let's carry on. Bargained. Bargained. To bargain means to negotiate the terms and conditions of an agreement. You do the cooking and I'll do the cleaning, Kevin bargained. Next, bawled. Bawled. To bawl means to shout loudly and unrestrainedly. He bawled at me to move out of the way. It was so rude. Next we have began. To begin means to start speaking. This verb is usually used when that speech is cut off or ended early, or if it is just the beginning of a much longer speech. Actually, I'm very angry, Roger began. And there we can hear that it's going to be a much longer speech. Next, bellowed. Bellowed. To bellow means to create a deep, roaring sound or shout. Bellow. He let out a bellow of rage. Rah. Next, blurted. Blurted. To blurt means to say something suddenly and without thinking it through first. I'm sure we've all blurted something out recently. For example, I'm so sorry, I blurted out your secret. And we often say blurted out as well. Okay, next, boasted. Boasted. To boast means to speak with excessive pride and self-satisfaction, to be very proud of yourself and tell everyone how proud you are. Robert won't stop boasting about his promotion. Hey, I got a promotion. I'm amazing. Did you hear I got a promotion? Did I tell you I got a promotion? Okay, next, boomed. Boomed. This is similar to bellow. To boom means to make a loud, deep, resonant sound. Boom. The winner of this year's Best Teacher competition is Anna English. I wish. The presenter boomed. Okay, next is bragged. Bragged. Now, if I did win that Best Teacher competition, then I would probably brag about it. So to brag means to say something boastfully. She bragged about her excellent exam results all week. Anna bragged about winning the Best Teacher award. Next, chatted. I'm sure you're all familiar with the word chat. To chat means to talk without a deep meaning or consequence. We didn't do much, we just chatted all evening. You often chit-chat with your friends on the phone. Next we have cheered. Yeah! To cheer means to shout for joy or in praise or encouragement. Chloe was nervous when she walked on the stage, so we all cheered her on. Yeah, come on, you can do it! You're amazing! Next, chortled. Chortled. This is a funny word. To chortle means to laugh in a noisy, gleeful way. Oh, you did it! Oh, you! He chortled at his own joke. I love that joke. So funny. Okay, next. Clicked. Clicked. To click, in this context, means to make a short, sharp sound. No, she clicked. The next word is commented. Commented. To comment means to express an opinion or give a reaction. The parents commented that the children had too much homework. Complained. Complained. To complain means to express disappointment or dissatisfaction. We complained to the manager about the faulty product. They're going to give us a refund. Yeah. Next we have confessed. Confessed. To confess means to admit that one has done something wrong. I confess. I need to confess I made a big mistake. Next, considered. Considered. To consider means to take something into account when making a judgment or decision. If we go now, we'll be back in time for dinner, she considered. Next we have convinced. To convince someone means to cause someone to believe something. She convinced me to take a risk. Next we have the word coughed. To cough means to expel air from your lungs with a sudden, sharp sound. But we can use this metaphorically to say that someone said something in a short, sharp way. With a cough. I'm allergic to peanuts, she coughed. Next we have cried. To cry means to shout or scream, usually to express fear, pain or grief. Oh, I think I've broken my wrist, Georgia cried. Next we have croaked. A frog croaks. To croak means to make a deep, hoarse sound. Oh, I have a sore throat, she croaked. Next we have crowed. Crowed. To crow means to express great pride or triumph. It's not a positive word. If you crow, it's like to boast. Okay? She crowed about her children's achievements. Oh, my children are amazing. My children passed their exams with flying colours. They didn't even have to revise because my children are so smart. Next, we have demanded. Demanded. To demand means to make a forceful request. The teacher demanded that she go to the headmaster's office. Denied. To deny something means to refuse to admit the truth or existence of it. The teenage girl denied being asked to clean her room. Yeah, nobody asked me to clean my room. No, I didn't hear anything. No one told me I had to clean my room. Next, we have exclaimed. To exclaim something means to cry out suddenly in surprise, pain, or strong emotion. I think I've broken my leg, she exclaimed. Explained. To explain something means to make something clear by describing it in detail. The lawyers explained my rights to me. Next we have fretted. Fretted. To fret means to speak anxiously. I'm worried that I'll forget to call my mum back, George fretted. Next we have gasped. To gasp means to catch one's breath with an open mouth, usually due to pain or astonishment, like shock. She gasped in horror when she realised her mistake. I did what? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Next we have griped. Griped. To gripe means to complain about something in a persistent and irritating way. She spent all evening griping about her boyfriend's attitude. Yeah, I mean, my boyfriend, he just has such a terrible attitude and he just goes on and on and on about how he wants me to clean my space after me and how he wants me to cook his dinner and iron his shirts and then he's just so rude to me and I ask him for a hug and he doesn't even give me a hug. I mean, I don't even know why I'm with him. Griping. Next we have groaned. Groaned. To groan means to make a deep sound which conveys pain or despair. Oh, or oh. I don't want to get up, she groaned. Next we have growled. Growl is what an animal might do. To growl means to say something in a low, guttural voice in an angry manner. Leave me alone, she growled. Next we have grumbled. To grumble means to complain about something in a bad-tempered way. Not quite the same as growl, but similar. Oh, she grumbled about not having chips for dinner. Next we have grunted. A grunt is what a pig might do. To grunt means to make a low, short, guttural sound. Since Jeremy became a teenager, he doesn't speak to me anymore. He just grunts, yes, or no, when I ask him a question. Next, we have the word gulped. I can't do it. It's when you swallow and make a sound. So a gulp means to swallow quickly in large mouthfuls. Gulp, gulp, gulp. That's a gulp. We often use this word in the context of speech to show fear. I'm moving out. He gulped. Oh, I'm moving out. Next we have the word gurgled. Gurgled. To gurgle means to make a wet, wordless sound. This word is usually used to speak about a sound that a baby makes. Oh, I love spending the day with baby Lily. She didn't cry. She mostly just gurgled happily. Gurgling. That was my best baby impression, by the way. Okay, next word is gushed. Gushed. To gush means to speak with exaggerated enthusiasm. It's like all my dreams have come true, Jake gushed. Yeah, I often gush about my children. Say, oh, my kids are amazing and they make me so happy and oh, it's just so sweet and oh, yeah, I'm going to talk about them with exaggerated enthusiasm. I'm gushing. Next, hissed. Like a snake. To hiss means to whisper in an urgent or angry way. Stop hissing at me, she hissed. Next, insisted. To insist means to demand something forcefully without accepting refusal. She insisted on carrying her own bag. No, it's my bag. I will carry it. Thank you very much. I don't need your help. Insisting. Next we have instructed. To instruct means to tell or order someone to do something. It can sometimes be used to mean to teach someone too. She instructed me to log off the computer. Next we have interrupted. Interrupted. To interrupt means to stop someone speaking by saying or doing something. You're not listening to me, she interrupted. Next we have jeered. To jeer means to make a rude or mocking remark. Her classmates jeered at her when she got the answer wrong. That's not very nice, is it? Next we have joked. To joke means to speak humorously in a way that is intended to make people laugh. They joked about their teachers. Next we have the word lied. Lied. To lie means to say something which is not factually true. She lied about her plans for the weekend. Next we have mentioned. To mention something means to refer to it briefly without much detail. She mentioned that she was hoping to go to university, but she didn't say what she would be studying. Next, we have moaned. To moan means to make a complaint which is perceived as trivial and not taken seriously. I asked if she had had a good week, and she moaned for hours about her manager. Next, we have mumbled. To mumble means to say something quietly and indistinctly, so it's difficult for others to hear and understand. She mumbled something about needing to leave and then she disappeared. Next, we have murmured. To murmur means to speak in a very soft, quiet voice. She murmured a thank you on her way out. Oh, thank you. Next we have mused. To muse means to speak to yourself in a thoughtful manner. That's far too expensive, she mused. I like that one. Next we have muttered. To mutter means to say something again in a low, quiet voice, particularly in dissatisfaction or irritation. I don't know, he muttered. Next we have nagged. Nagged. To nag someone means to keep talking or harassing them to do something they don't want to do. So, my mum keeps nagging me to make a dentist appointment. I don't want to do it. Next we have noted. To note something means to notice or pay particular attention to it. I noted that we had run out of tea bags, so I picked some up from the shop. Next we have observed. To observe means to notice something of significance or importance. Oh, it's raining outside, Henry observed. Next, objected. To object to an idea means to reject it, to say no. He objected to the idea of moving to Madrid. Why would you object to that? Madrid is lovely. Beautiful weather. Okay, next we have pleaded. Pleaded. To plead means to make an emotional appeal. The police are pleading for witnesses to contact them with information. Next, promised. Promised. To promise something means to assure someone that something will definitely happen. Ben promised me that he would be here on time, but he's already 10 minutes late. Next, protested. Protested. To protest means to express an objection. The children protested about the amount of homework. Next we have quavered. To quaver means to speak with a tremble of fear or worry in your voice. I'm scared, she quavered. Next, ranted. To rant means to speak or shout at length in an angry, impassioned way. Rah! She was ranting about the changes to the office. I hate this office. It's terrible. I can't believe they've done it. It's awful. They paint the walls in that awful colour and they put the air conditioning in exactly the wrong place, and the carpets, don't get me started on the carpets. Ranting. Next, raved. To rave means to talk incoherently as if one were delirious or mad. She's raving about seeing ghosts and haunted houses. Next we have replied. To reply in this context means to verbally respond to someone else's speech. She asked if I could help, so I replied that I would be there at 2 p.m. Next we have reported. To report means to give a spoken or written account of something that someone has seen or experienced. He reported the crime to the police. Next, revealed. To reveal something means to give new information which was previously hidden. She revealed that she is pregnant. Next we have roared. To roar, rawr, like a lion, means to give a loud, prolonged sound like that of a lion. This can be used in many different contexts, but one of the most common is a roar of laughter. When my trousers ripped, she roared with laughter. Next we have sassed. To sass someone means to be cheeky or rude to them. She sassed me when I asked if she could help. Next, scolded. To scold someone means to tell them off. Her mother scolded her when she didn't say please or thank you. Screamed. To scream means to give a long, loud, piercing cry expressing extreme emotion or pain. Ah! Usually much louder than that. He screamed in pain when he fractured his leg. Number 76. Shouted. To shout, I'm sure you all know, means to speak very loudly, usually in anger or shock. The PE teacher shouts at the children who run too slowly. It's so mean. Next we have shrieked. To shriek means to make a high-pitched, piercing cry or sound. It's similar to a scream. David needs your help, Rachel shrieked. Next we have shuddered. To shudder means to tremble convulsively, usually because of fear or repulsion. The thought of eating raw fish makes me shudder. Next we have snapped. To snap means to speak in a hurried and irritable tone. Please just leave me alone, she snapped. Next we have sneered. Sneer. To sneer means to speak with a mocking smile or tone. Well, have fun, she sneered. Sneezed. Bless me. To sneeze means to make a sudden, involuntary expulsion of air from the nose and mouth. I think I have a cold, Maria sneezed. Next we have snickered. To snicker means to give a half-suppressed laugh. My manager snickered when I asked if I could have the next week off. Next we have sniffled. To sniffle means to sniff slightly or repeatedly, usually because of crying or a cold. I'm going to go to the doctor's, she sniffled. Next we have snorted. To snort means to make an explosive sound from the nose, usually to express disgust or distaste. Too little, too late, she snorted. Next we have sobbed. To sob means to cry noisily. He sobbed when he told me that his dog was unwell. Next we have spluttered. To splutter means to speak with several incoherent bursts, usually as a result of a strong emotion. But we haven't, how can you, she spluttered. Next, squeaked. To squeak, like a mouse, means to make a high-pitched sound or cry. Ouch, she squeaked. Next, squealed. To squeal means to make a long, high-pitched cry or noise. The girls squealed with excitement when I gave them the concert tickets. Oh, yeah, amazing! Next we have stammered. Stammered. To stammer means to involuntarily repeat the first letter or sound of a word when you speak. I just want to, like that. He stammers when he's nervous. Next we have stated. To state something means to express something definitely and clearly. She stated that she would be looking for a new job. Next, stormed. To storm means to have an outburst of anger. I can't believe you've done this, Jessica stormed. Next, suggested. To suggest means to put an idea forward for consideration. Frank suggested we take the bus. Next we have taunted. To taunt is like to jeer. It means to provoke or challenge someone with insulting remarks. The other students taunted her about her grades. Next we have uttered. To utter means to say something out loud. I promise to do better, he uttered. Next we have vowed. To vow means to promise. We vow to be there to support you. Next we have wailed. To wail means to make a prolonged high-pitched sound. Oh, I don't want to, she wailed. Next we have wept. To weep means to cry or shed tears. I'm going to miss you, Bella wept. Next, and nearly at the end, whispered. To whisper means to speak very softly. I completely forgot to bring the birthday present, she whispered. Next we have worried. To worry means to express anxiety or fear. She worried about the holiday being too expensive. Eek. Finally, yelled. To yell means to shout or speak loudly. Stop yelling. The children are trying to sleep. Well, that was a very long list. Do let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this lesson, if it was too long, too much information, or if you like the longer list lessons. Your feedback really helps me to decide all of my future videos, so please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're not already subscribed, then please hit that subscribe button. And if you still have time and want to do some more learning, then why not check out one of these other lessons? Until next time, take care.